Hello everyone, and welcome to what is probably going to be, for now, the last Brain Attack set. So it's going to be a while, it's not done yet. We still have Evil and Breeze on the way. But for now, this is the last one I have in the studio. And this one's a particularly special one. This AQUAGON that I've received is no ordinary AQUAGON. So the other AQUAGONs I've received have been, used and has been handled by a third-party seller, and the condition is somewhat okay. But this AQUAGON is in a prime, totally new condition. You know why? This thing is from Denmark, from the LEGO HQ. They actually had a spare, not in the LEGO vault, but they had an actual spare one. And so I was super privileged to receive. This is probably like the third last copy that they have officially in their stores or in their factory. So this is a completely brand new AQUAGON, and this is very privileged. I feel very honored to be having this copy. So this is one of the smaller guys after Scarox. And you can tell this guy's European because it does not have a piece count. European sets don't have a piece count. It's just the number, and then it has the age recommendation. But I'm very honored to have a this feels new, holding this, and the bag is in some pretty darn good condition if you ask me. So here's the back of the bag. You can see Evil and AQUAGON make a combo model of a I'm really not a big fan of these models, but that looks kind of weird, kind of a weird Evil. But speaking of Evil is on his way. I'm probably gonna do him next after AQUAGON, his formidable hero opponents. And so without further ado, let's carefully cut the super new bag open and get the parts out. Now, of course, I want to save this bag. This bag is in prime condition, so time to cut from the bottom with as much care as I could get. Okay. Oh my god, this bag is so smooth that the piece just flopped off in two pieces beautifully. And so, what do we got for torso? Standard small torso, not the smallest but the default small. Now let's get the brain bug out. Very important in every Brain Attack villain. It is about the brain bug who is stuck in there. There we go. Come on, you little bugger. There you go. So this brain bug is not Frost Beast transparent light blue. There's dust on this guy, but this guy is a dark blue brain bug. Kind of makes sense because AQUAGON is a underwater creature, so it makes sense for this brain bug to be almost somewhat matching the color of the ocean. Red eyes, red spikes, just the same. We've seen this brain bug before. So that's it. And then for the actual parts, oh, crud almighty, I want to keep this bag. Come on, don't damage the bag. Wonderful. And then the instructions. Wow, even the instructions feel fresh, like completely new. That's awesome. Holy. Okay. Third, or one of the last copies of AQUAGON to be officially in LEGO factories. So, what do we have? Actually, we don't have a lot of parts, surprisingly. That's quite a surprise. Let me just move this a little closer in, and then we can examine the parts more closely. I see more big pieces than small pieces, and I guess that is a good thing. So let's open up this bag. Alright. What do we got? Okay, I'm seeing some blue stuff. Nothing too special. Let's just take out some of the interesting stuff, or the non-interesting stuff, out of the way. So, here are the feet. Is your bionicle feet. Everyone's seen these before in black. They're not new whatsoever. They're not even new at all. And these are interesting. Transparent blue, dark blue blade pieces for his weapon. Oh, that looks great. Always like these pieces. And to have them in dark blue, fantastic. And then we got dark blue number 3s, 2 of them. Gunmetal gray body armor. 2 hands. Ah, yes, 2 hands in black. 2 of these are probably the handles of his weapon. And then 2 number 4s in gray, or gunmetal gray. And then the rest here are all just bones. Bones. The head here is dark blue, transparent dark blue. Oh, or this piece. And then 2 extra pinhole bone joint. And then 2 gray knee joints. And then these pieces. Oh, this looks like something out of the ordinary. We get 5 of these second to smallest bone pieces, but in school bus yellow. That's pretty neat. I'm assuming Evil is probably gonna have some of these as well, and I hope Evil is gonna have some of these when he gets, or Breakout Evil and Brain Attack Evil. I hope these will be great. So cool pieces, cool bone pieces, great. 2 of these, seen those before. 2 antennas, mini antennas. 2 dark vine pieces, and then technical maliciousness. Get those out of the way. And then finally, here's his face, and you can see it's very fishy, very fish-like, as he is an underwater creature. It's actually very flat, surprisingly. It's doesn't like curve in to cover some of the stuff. It's very basic. It's actually not a lot, surprisingly. So just that kind of looks like a horror face, you know. If you look at if you hang this up on a wall, that kind of looks like those really creepy looking masks just staring right at you. But before I creep you guys out and click off the video, and you guys click off the video, I'm gonna put AQUAGON together, and it shouldn't take long because he is one of the really small creatures. So let's get right to it. Okie dokie, so this is AQUAGON, the marine creature. And I'm going to now pull, well, because he is one of these small guys, it only makes sense to put him right next to Scarox, the other small guy. You can clearly see AQUAGON is a lot simpler and a lot smaller than Scarox. Therefore, AQUAGON is the smallest brain attack villain slash creature slash monster out of all of them. So Dragon Bolt is the biggest, and AQUAGON is the smallest out of all of them. So what does this little guy have to offer? Well, he does pack quite a punch. In fact, for a cheap figure, small figure, he does include some good stuff. So really happy with the shoulders. That was a pretty neat design. You got this yellow antenna spike thing going on, makes it look very coral, if you ask me. It looks like a coral reef is growing out of it. That looks great. That was a very smart design. Really like the school bus yellow bone pieces here to like match his wrists, and his weapons just overall is great. These two aqua swords, as I'm going to call them, aqua swords, and they do have a kind of a special play feature. So you can, instead of instead of making them individual swords, you can put them together like this. There is a pin here for a reason. You snap those together, and then this is now his spear. So you can turn his swords into his swords, and you put them together. Now you get a staff, not really a spear, more like a double-bladed staff. Kind of a Darth Maul vibe going on here, but that's great. So now he can change up his styles of combat, and then let's say like he's fighting, and then he needs to be more flexible, so he breaks off like this, and then he has now 2 blades. So I really like the diversity that there is with these weapons. You can switch the modes, that's great. You can actually change up the playability, so you can like do this, fold it up like this. So it doesn't have to be necessarily the default way. You can just do this, and look, it looks like it's helping him swim, just like that in the water. So there are so many ways you can do, like so many things you can do with his two blades, and I think the blades work fine. So in this TV show, the blades are supposed to be part of him. He doesn't just grab them as a weapon. These are his fins, in fact. These help him swim. So great use, and I just love the color scheme overall. The legs, very nice too, although I would say, I've addressed the situation before. For the thigh armor pieces, instead of having it like this, it would be much better if LEGO did this, maybe, just like that. And I think that would be much better coverage, because it kind of looks awkward having it on the side like this. But then again, I think that's my only, I guess that's the part where I gotta complain about. Really happy what they did with the feet here, using the black vine here as part of the feet growing out the side. That's smart. It's almost like a coral reef, and that's very smart with the leg, just to spice up the feet a bit, to not make it look so bare and plain. So just main body, just a gunmetal gray piece, nothing new. And then here's the face. You can see it's very simple, with very flat, not too much to see, and it's simple and it's great. And here's what it looks like from the back. Of course, it's going to be bare, but you gotta live with it. Kind of funny how they used one of the handle pieces here as part of, to support the brain bug tail to attach it to. But I feel like this is sticking out a little too much for the tail to go to. So like what I do with all the creatures, I leave the brain bug tail sticking out. So there's one problem I need to address, and that's regarding the head without the brain bug. So let me just take out the brain bug for a second. Okay, I have removed the brain bug off his head, and without the brain bug, he will look terrible. Look at this. Because of his ridiculously flat face, he's just gonna look terrible. Just like this. He's gonna look bad without the brain bug. So he needs to have the brain bug sitting on his head in order to not look really bad. And plus, his mouth is hollow, so if he's eating something, he's gonna go right out the other side. He will only look like his best if the brain bug is sitting on top of him, because the brain bug is actually part of the color scheme with the blades and everything. So it's vitally important that the brain bug does not leave AQUAGON's head, and I've just showed to you what will happen if it does. So what do I think of AQUAGON overall as a little miniature figure? It's a miniature set. So being the smallest brain attack dude, smallest brain creature out of all the monsters we've gotten, pretty powerful. Or he speaks a lot for a tiny guy. Definitely he speaks better than Scarox. Scarox, the other tiny guy, not a big fan of Scarox. But AQUAGON, I was really happy with him. Very small and very compactful. I'm gonna give this guy an 8 out of 10. Because, like, again, I said maybe LEGO should spice up the head, because without the brain bug, it'll look hideous. And then fix the thighs here, the armor piece here. And I think that's it. So overall, good figure. This figure does stand strong. Good set overall. It's been an absolute privilege to have my hands on one of the last AQUAGONs remaining. So that's great. And what are your thoughts on AQUAGON? Do you agree with what I just said? Or do you completely disagree with what I just said? Anything helps, and the feedback is always appreciated. And yeah, that's it for this one. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and like or dislike. And when my Evil gets here, I will be doing Evil, and then after that I'll be doing Breeze. So hopefully they will come as soon as possible for me to do the reviews. But that's it for this one, and I'll talk to you again in the next one. Peace.